So much of what you see, read, and hear is not helping you. It's going to get you killed. In this video, I'm going to give you the top 4 myths and mistakes that are being perpetuated that are doing just that. So hang on tight. Hey, welcome to the channel, friends. As always, man, I am super stoked and pumped up to see you. So Stoker here, and today I want to give you the top 4 myths and mistakes that I think are being perpetuated out there that are not helping people. They're getting people killed. As we get going, I want to hear some of your comments down below on what you think is doing that as well, so we can just keep this conversation rolling. And that's what this channel is all about. It's about love of outdoors and getting things moving in the right direction to build confidence in our skills and abilities so that we can just enjoy what God has given us. If that's what you're into, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you can stay up to date on some future content. Now, I've been in this business for a really long time. Right? I've been in counterterrorism units. I've had a lot of military training. I've had a lot of survival training. I've got a lot of deployment experience in dealing with a lot of different varieties. And I know what has gotten me back here with boots on the ground back in the States. And I want to help share that with some of y'all. But we have to break through some of the BS myths that are out there and that are being perpetuated. Some of it is right here on YouTube. Right. Some of my peers are perpetuating some of these things. It's out there in social media as we continue out and move out towards the fringes. We got to put it into it, and here we're going to get started. Let's do this. Hey team, going to take a short pause and remind you to check down in the description below for a link to any of the gear seen in the video, as well as over a dozen lists on my Amazon influencer page to help you organize and harden your kit. And if you're looking for a deeper connection, including one-on-one instruction, you'll also find a link to my Patreon page featuring 6 levels of membership so you can select the right perk, value, and support that you're looking for. Back to the content. So here we go. So mistake myth number 1, and I'm going to give you 4 of them. Big 4-0 is, and it's a little ironic. But I'm just going to learn what I need to learn by watching YouTube or reading a book. Right? How many times have I heard somebody say that when I talk to them and say, hey, would you like me to teach you how to sharpen a knife? Well, I learned how to do it by watching YouTube. Well, would you like me to teach you about how to navigate with a map and compass? Well, I just watched it by using YouTube. Well, would you like to learn how to skin a deer? I saw somebody skin a deer on YouTube. I think I'm good. I've watched all these videos, right? I've seen all the television shows. I've read all the books. I think I'm going to be okay. Man, this is mistake and myth number 1. Because while I can give you some knowledge up here in your brain housing group, what it's not going to do is give you experience. When it comes to survival, it really all comes down to 3 things. And I've said this before. It comes down to our gear, the things that we have, our experience, and our skill. Right? These 3 things combined. Now, what watching or reading is never going to do is give you experience. And when we're talking about things that as it deals with survival, we're talking about motor skills. Things that we have to do with our hand, we have to be proficient at. I can't just teach you here how to do some of these things. You have to get out and do them. You have to rehearse. So that's tip and myth number 1, man. Get out. It's fine to come in here, on the channel and learn some different things, but you have to get out there and do it. And that's what the channel, that's what it's all about, to help give you some confidence so that you can get out there and do it. Right? So mistake number 2, right? And I think this is a common one, and it's perpetuated especially on YouTube, especially in conspiracy theories and in where people are on the fringe. And it's that we prepare for the worst case, but not the most likely case. Right? We prepare for the worst case, but not the most likely case. Leave some comments down below if you know the types of things I'm talking about. or the types of people that are spreading this message. To prepare for the worst case, right? We need to prepare for China to invade right now. We need to prepare for the EMP blast that's going to knock out electronics across the entire world. We need to prepare for all these things, but in my own vehicle, I don't even have a pair of jumper cables. Man, I know a lot about risk mitigation, right? I really do. And when we're working our scales, we need to understand what's most likely to happen as well as what the impact of that event may or may not be. But if you don't have a wrench, why are you buying a $10,000 generator? I mean, come on now. Why do you have a garage stock full of food when you're not prepared to batten the hatches? Right? Get our homes in order. Get your minds in order. Yes, and the thing is, as you begin to prepare for the most likely, it prepares you for the worst case. You're much more likely, if you're on a coastal region, especially on the southeast coast and the east coast, you're much more likely to have your home destroyed by a hurricane or a tide surge than you are anything else. Put things in perspective. Myth and mistake number 3. Man, I hear this so many different times in so many different ways. And it comes across like this. All I have to do in that situation is blank, right? Fill in the blank. Oh, you're stuck in the mountains? All you have to do is you're out in the desert. All you have to do is you're down in the valley. All you have to do is you're on the side of the road. All you have to do, I don't need a compass. All I need to do is use my phone. Right? There's all kinds of ways that this comes across. And this linear thinking takes away the fact that survival situations are asymmetrical. And you can't coach this thing from the couch. You have to get out there and you have to experience. You have to put your mind in a different state of thinking and you in a different state of being. You can't just have a flow chart that says if A, then do B, because there's other variables that exist that will cause you to change your mind. Situation dictates every single time. You have to be fluid in your thinking. You can't just have it in your head that all you have to do is build a fire and everything's going to be fine. All you have to do is learn how to make a shelter and everything's going to be fine. All you have to do is learn how to procure water and everything's going to be fine. We have some basic tenet principles of things that we have to do, right? We have to maintain food, fire, water, shelter, first aid, be able to navigate, communicate, self-defense, maintain a core temp. But you're wrong if you're thinking, and if you're telling other people, and if you're teaching other people, you're especially wrong that all you have to do is fill in the blank. Man, that will get people killed. Last up for today is this. Man, I can live and I can do everything I need to do with what I have in my bug out bag. I got a bug out bag. You got a bug out bag? We all got bug out bags. But man, if you think that you're going to be able to survive with what you have in a bug out bag, you're smoking some crack, man. And I don't want none of that. So take it for what it's worth. You need more than just what you have. And I do, in my vehicle and in my wife's vehicle, we have some basic essential items. I have everything in my truck. If my truck breaks down, that I think I should be able to negotiate a wide variety of obstacles to be able to make my way home. But that's it, man. And truth be told, I could probably last a few days out there. And with the will to survive, maybe even a week. But it's not ideal, right? It's absolutely not ideal. I'm not going to be thriving for a week. I'm going to be surviving. And that's going to have less to do with what I have and more to do with my ingenuity and just that will, that drive, that desire, that intestinal fortitude that you can't buy on Amazon, right? Come on now. I think this is one of the things that it irritates me. I loathe these types of thinkings. I loathe them, man, because I think that it's setting people up for failure and not success. And sometimes it comes across, it's well-meaning, well-intentioned. That's not what was intended to be said, taught, or instructed. But we have to watch our minds, we have to watch our hearts, and what we're allowing to come into us, because everything that's out there is not true, right? Just because you see it on YouTube doesn't mean it's true. Hello, I'm guilty of that as well, right? Don't just rely on me, rely on some other people. On that note, if there are some other channels that you think presents sound guidance and sound instruction, go ahead and leave some comments down below, man. Let's share this story that we're all in. Right? There are plenty out there for sure. Let me know what you think about the content of the video. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell if you want to be able to stay up to date on some future content. Man, as always, we'll just keep this conversation rolling, and until then, you stay stoked.